Hey, what's up, everybody? I wanted to just go over a little something that I know everybody is seeing in the news. It's with Master P and Romeo, and I want to, just like I had on my thumbnail, is little Romeo, don't do this to your father. Don't do this to your father. I know you might have a little bit of issues about the way that your father reacted to Twitch when he committed suicide, that, there was maybe you felt that your sister wasn't given the same uh, type of attention, but that's internal, that's family. And then to say that, everybody's living paycheck to paycheck, that all your monies went to pay taxes for what your father, for whatever reason. I mean, I don't know if that's true, but just number one, the internet is not the place for you to be talking about that stuff. You need to sit down and talk with your father, because if you're going to be man to man, or even if you're a female to female or female to father, whatever it is, you got to sit down and talk. See, a lot of people think that the internet is like the psychologist, and I know that I have my channels and people listen to me for stuff, but I do tell people that you got to get your mental self right. That's why I say that all this stuff is so important. They're talking about money, but really, if you look at the bottom line, it was about the way that they felt that they were being treated. And to kind of squash this little piece about, well, Master P used the money to pay the taxes. Well, all of his kids lived with him or with their mom, and they lived a very good life off of that money. He did the hard work to give them opportunities. And some of the times, children, you got to learn that you got to take it up a notch. Like, you got to become your own person, and you take it up a notch and make your own money. You got the stepping stone was put in place for you, and you got to, step up and take on that challenge and become your own person and make your own way. I believe, from what I've seen, Master P is like giving his children a very good stepping stone. What I think happens with a lot of people that come from families that have a lot of money is that they believe that they don't have to do a lot of the things that their parents had to do in front of them, that they want to just like be the boss from day one, when it's not like that. No matter what amount of money you have, you're going to still have to go through a learning process, and you're going to have to do things and fight through some of those mental things, those mental challenges that everybody goes through when building a business, that everybody goes through when becoming an adult in life, that everybody goes through the ups and downs of day-to-day life, that you're still going to have to go through that regardless of how much money and how much head start you have in your life. Some of the times I think that the reasons why you see a lot of people with a lot of money, they say that they're not leaving their children any money. I have a good business associate of mine, multimillionaire, has restaurants. He buys and sells restaurants. That's like his thing. He'll buy a restaurant, build it up, get it into a position where it makes a lot of money. He buys the property, and he sells the business, keeps the property, and he just does that over and over. Probably over the 30 years I've known him, well, about 25 years that I've known him, that he's done this over and over, probably about, I don't know, about 15 times to my memory. And he told me, he said that he spends all of his money. He has money on the side, but he says he's not leaving his kids any money. And this is a man that has a lot of money, and he travels, he does a lot of stuff. He says he's not leaving them nothing, that he gave them their education. He told them this: if you want to have a business, you can have a business. If you want to go to college, you go to college. That's up to you. But he said he's not leaving none of his children any of his money that he makes from business. And he said the reason why is because he didn't get left any money, is that he had to work his way through it, and his brothers had to work their way through it. Yeah, you give your children the knowledge, you give them advice, you give them good direction, but if that's really what's missing. It's like a lot of people thinking it's this fast food mentality on becoming something, on success, when it's really about having that knowledge that it's a process, having that knowledge that it's not going to come overnight, having that knowledge that you have to do certain things a certain way to become successful. And that's what's missing. And he gave that to all of his children. I gave that to my children. And but that was his choice. He said that he's not leaving them anything. But regardless if he leaves them anything or not, just the same like what Master P is doing, what he has done, he's given them a step up. He's given them a life that they would not have had, if he didn't go through the ups and downs and push hard to get to where he's at. They've had that experience and they have that stepping stone. I mean, little Romeo is in movies. He's on TV. He's doing all this other stuff. Will Smith had to pay taxes with all of his Fresh Prince of Bel-Air money. He had to pay all of that was to pay taxes on what he didn't pay when he was a rapper. So sometimes you go through things and then you make it through that. You still have yourself. See, that's what I think people start to lose. Is that they put too much of a crutch on what their parents have done and put into place, and they forget that what they have on the inside is exactly what they need to become successful and to be able to move forward. So what if he paid the taxes with the money that the children made? So what? To me, that's how I feel, because he gave them a life. He gave them a lifestyle. And now all they have to do is take advantage of what's on the inside, and they can quadruple the money that they believe that they've lost from what he's done. All right, I just wanted to put that out there. Just had to speak on it. There's a lot of videos going out. I haven't heard the point of view that I've expressed on here. All right, thank you for your time. Please like this video. Please post your comments and questions on it. I know it's a little bit outside of what we talk about, but it still has to do with finance, has to do with the choices that people make with their finances. This is Stephen A. Williams, president and founder of the creditrepairshop.com. Please subscribe to the channel. Please post your questions and comments. Thank you for your time.